I have no confidence in the judiciary, on the arm that handles election petitions. Like this one you have seen. He says, yes, there was violence, but did not affect the election. How did he know? How did he know that the level of that violence did not affect election outcome? For violence in 5 areas, 4 votes out of 7. So what I'm saying is that I didn't want to petition because I knew the outcome. You know, the judiciary has, the executive has taken over parliament. It has taken over the executive itself. It has taken over the judiciary. So they are a waste of time going ahead unless a miracle happens if the petitioner wants to go to the Court of Appeal. But for me, I have no confidence in this court completely. And I will never go to court in terms of election dispute in Kenya, because these kind of judgments are the worst. And if it continues like this, it means all of us, if we want to participate in an election, wale wakora ndio wakupe machinery ya kupika watu ndio uende bunge. That's all they are telling us. Thank you.
Nigerian party leader, probably something wrong to happen. Do you think after Kenyans watching this kind of judgment, do you think they will trust this? Do you think that Kenyans will trust election petition, starting from MP, governor, even to the president?
I think the worst thing that can happen in the institutions, because as a country we have seen it happen before. In 2007, 2008, what this country saw, or what the country suffered, was a crisis of confidence in 2 key institutions, the Electoral Commission and the judicial. And we know what that meant for the country. We almost lost this country because of that crisis of confidence in those 2 key institutions. As we approach the next general election, which I believe is going to be a historic election, because it's likely to be the first after 1 term. So the judiciary will play a key role, because at the end of the day, we'll end up in the Supreme Court. So what has happened today, I must thank our legal team led by Senior Counsel Harvey. They did a fantastic job in challenging the eligibility of Ndakwa as a candidate, in showing clearly that there was violence across this constituency of Malava, in showing that state officers, public officers who use state resources to bribe voters. In a narrowly contested election such as this, with just less than 1,000, that the judge could not see that after finding that yes, there was bribery, that stand guided by our counsels to appeal against this decision. Urge the judiciary to proceed with caution, because we have an overbearing executive that has captured the judiciary to fight for the dignity and honor of the Mlembe nation. Boni paid the ultimate price of losing a very senior position in the Senate because he stood with his brother Seth Panyako. We thank Senator Malala, who also stood with us, Edgar Busiega, Wakili, and the entire team, PK Salasia, who came to Malava to fight. Today we are over. We will not retreat. We will not surrender. We are ready to face William. I want to urge the entire one-term movement. Anyone who believes we need to save this country taxation, even coming to this court. The fuel prices have gone very high. People was a problem. The runaway corruption in this government, the failure in the education. Now continuing this fight for Malava and for Kenya. And Dr. Boni Halwale
said today that really it doesn't matter how much electoral law and the constitution is contravened, and whoever is declared winner will continue holding that win, even in a case of this kind where there is no election and what in actual fact transpired was a war. Tell me, for instance, when the judge holds that he's bound by a court of appeal decision, before running for office of National Assembly, yet there is no such a decision by the Court of Appeal. You know, I've always said that accountability and integrity is the hallmark of fidelity in the judiciary. Yes. That decision is deceitful by all standards, completely deceitful. We saw the widespread violence here. The secretary's campaign here. The judge tells you that it did not affect the outcome of the election. About 2025.
Correct.
It was a sham. The judgment is a sham. It's deceitful.
You're going to appeal?
We will advise our client to appeal because the grounds upon which we challenge this by-election was solid. The manner in which this judgment has been delivered manifests total lack of fidelity to the law. It will be a travesty of justice if this decision is not appealed and countermanded with finality at the Court of Appeal. We will advise our client to appeal.
This is happening just a few months before general election. Do you have confidence in the courts, especially now that probably such cases will come after the 2023?
You see, the reason why we had post-election violence in 2008 is because the people of Kenya had lost confidence not only in the electoral body, but in this petition has been determined. Going forward, this is a bad indicator. To deploy violence to use will be the declared winner. So what will be the purpose of us going for an election? If this issue is not countermanded at the Court of Appeal and brought to a halt as early as it can be done.